2013, the United Nations General Assembly officially designated November 19th as the World Toilet Day. The World Toilet Day is a day to raise awareness and inspire action to tackle global sanitation crisis, a topic often neglected. Today, 4.5 billion people are struggling to stay well, keep their children alive, and work their way to a better future, or for the want of a toilet. Complicating this further is the COVID-19 pandemic that has made almost everything to be on standstill, with communities not being able to access basic needs like clean water. Andrew Kero with the feature State of Sanitation in Nairobi Slums.
Hizi ndio choo ambao wagonjwa wetu wanatumia. Here are the toilets. Here are the toilets. So patient anatumia aje choo inakaa hivi.
This is Kakamega Senator Cleophas Malala ranting about the state of toilets in his county. According to the United Nations, the theme for World Toilet Day 2020 is sustainable sanitation and climate change. It's incontestable that proper sanitation and hygiene are paramount for the well-being of a human being. But unfortunately, this is a serious challenge among the vulnerable groups in our societies. This is Kibra in Nairobi, also considered Africa's largest city slum. Here, the common form of toiletry is the flying toilets for lack of access to toilets amid the congested population. Locally, more than 8 million people in the slums, 70% of them do not have access to toilets. There is a lot of improvisation due to water supply and poor sanitation infrastructure in low-income settlements.
Sasa umejua tunakuanga na shida ya usafi juu kama ishajaa venye imejaa saizi, sasa kuingia ni shida, but tunaingia tu juu hakuna mali tunaweza enda, wengine inabidi hiyo choo ndio tuingie tujisaidie hapo.
This is the plan of national government to improve the sanitation and sewerage system within the city of Nairobi, and it is in their long term and the mid term plan. So that is being, there are a number of projects which are going on now, implemented by the agency.
Worldwide, poverty is the biggest barrier to humans' healthy living.
A toilet is not a mere toilet, but it's in fact lifesaver, dignity protector, and opportunity maker. Did you know that over half of the global population, or 4.2 billion people, lack safe sanitation? Statistics from the United Nations have indicated that 5.6 million people have no latrines at all and a defecate in the open.
Poor people are predisposed to infectious diseases as they live in more congested and polluted environments characterized by lack of clean water supply and adequate sanitation. The few toilets in Kibra and other slums in Nairobi are scarcely situated, and dwellers have to pay to use when getting a meal a day is already a hassle for the majority. Paying to use a toilet is hardly an option for many, who would rather use unorthodox means to ease themselves, like in stagnant water, buckets, and later dumping in open sites and in flowing ditches. This poses a health hazard and increases the spread of waterborne diseases.
Ugonjwa kipindupindu ikikuja inaadhiri sana sisi wa mama na watoto. Hata ukiangalia wewe mwenyewe hospitali sana sana wale watu wako huko wengi ni watoto na wamama, si wanaume si sana sana.
People have been buying, especially in former settlement, have been buying water very expensively, a lot of money. We are combating this together with the government. We are combating this issue of cartels.
With the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, people have been sensitized to wash their hands regularly, using running water and soap, and observe social distancing. But that is just a mere dream for slum dwellers because of inadequate water supply. Poor sanitation in public toilets is contributing to the spread of COVID-19, especially in the slum areas where residents depend on public toilets. More than 100 people use one toilet in a day, and some are forced to urinate and defecate in the open due to long queues and lack of extra cash to pay.
During asubuhi na jioni, wakati watu wamerudi kutoka job, hiyo ndio tunakuanga na watu wamepanga line. Sasa unapata watu wengine wako ndani, watu wengine bado wamepanga hapa, wanasubiri wale watoke ndio waingie.
Si hata mimi saa zingine naokeanga hapa, saa zingine kama nimechelewa, naona hivi hakuna haja ya kungojea mtu atoke huko ndio nioke. Naokea hapa. Mtu akipita pore apite tu, mimi nimeshamaliza kuoka na ingia kwa nyumba.
While Nairobi continues to register the highest number of COVID-19 cases in the country, its ability to adequately provide residents with water is questionable. Despite being the capital city, only 40% of Nairobians claim to have access to piped water in their homes.
We ensure that if you are getting water 2 or 3 days in a week, we inform you in advance so that if we have enough storage, you store the water so that on the days that you are not getting water, you are still able to use what you have stored.
In the recent past, climate change has altered the weather patterns to great extremes, resulting to long spells of drought and heavy rainfalls. Drought poses a risk of water shortage and in turn less water for sanitation. On the other hand, during heavy rainfalls, the water table rises and flood water mixes with sewer flowing freely to human settlements. As such, proper measures need to be put in place to mitigate the effects of drought and floods.
Unaweza enda wiki kama 2 hivi choo imejaa. Sasa kulingana tunatoanga pesa ndio wavurute choo. Sasa umejua ina take time watu watoe pesa ndio wavurute hizo nini. Wanachukua muda juu hawezi kuja, lazima uende uwabook.
It rains a lot, it becomes very difficult to control the water systems that goes to the public.
While substantial progress has been made in increasing access to clean drinking water and sanitation, billions of people from rural areas and those living in the slums still lack these basic needs. Therefore, it's not all about closing the arguments, but opening minds for safer generation. Andrew Kero, Such TV at Kibera Slums in Nairobi.
Thank you so much, Andrew Kero.